Partner. True partners share compatible values and encourage each other to heal. In my work as a tarot reader, I talk to people about relationships, both current and past relationships, a lot. It's a big, the primary focus of what a lot of people want guidance on when they go to a psychic or a tarot reader. And so, relationships are very complicated. Relationships serve so many different purposes in our life, and so it can be kind of confusing at times on, is this the person I'm supposed to be with? Am I supposed to be with someone else? Why didn't this work out? What was I supposed to learn? There's just a lot of questions to be answered with each relationship, and each relationship is different. The purpose, the lesson behind why a relationship is in your life it's just a lot of different reasons, and depending on each individual experience. So one thing that I think is important to clarify for oneself is that a partner is different than like a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or even a husband or a wife, or someone you're dating. A partner is like a companion, it's your equal, and it's somebody who, would fit into the idea of like a soulmate or a twin flame or that kind of thing. A partner supports your soul and the integration of your soul. Not all people we date or become romantically or emotionally involved with, or physically involved or whatever, is relating to us on that level. And so it can be confusing sometimes to determine like who is a partner and who is just somebody who's like in my life to learn something about myself, but ultimately they're not going to be in my life for a long period of time. One way, or two ways rather, that you can determine if the person you're with is truly your partner or not is, do you all share compatible values? If you don't share compatible values, then it's likely this is not a partner. This is maybe somebody who's in your life to challenge you in various ways, or to reflect back to you suppressed values that you hold but you're not aware of, or judgments or whatever. But for the most part, your basic value system should be similar. It doesn't have to be exact, but at the heart of what you value needs to be on the same trajectory, at least. And then the other thing is, do you support each other's healing? And this is really tricky because healing is kind of a new concept. It's getting to be more mainstream, and it's beginning to get, more awareness that relationships can really foster healing. They can create all kinds of wounds, but they can also really foster healing. And a partner is there to support your healing, which means that you can be vulnerable and you can talk about what is going on inside of you. If you're in a relationship where you can't really talk about what's going on inside of you and be accepted, then you're not really able to heal fully in that relationship. So you want a partner who can do that with you and is willing to do that in return with you and share their more inner depths and that kind of thing. Now, partnerships are not instantaneous. It's not like, I mean, I'm sure there are some people who come together and they're both just enlightened and perfect and are able to support each other and be there for each other in just the right way all the time. But most of us are still growing and still learning. And so just because you may sometimes have different values in a relationship, or you don't necessarily feel 100% accepted right away in terms of your healing and that kind of thing, it doesn't necessarily mean that this can't be a partnership, because a lot of times a relationship is in our life to also trigger the things that need healing and to get us to expand our values or dissolve away judgments and these kinds of things. And if we really can do that work, and both people are willing to do that work, then through the conflict you actually get a stronger partnership, because it forces you to look at all sides of things, and your shadow side and the other person's shadow side, and forgive and grow and accept and have corrective emotional experiences, and that kind of thing. So if you're not absolutely on the same page, that doesn't mean it can't be a partnership, but it's a willingness to work towards those goals of shared values and healing that can allow for a partnership that can last.
Let's cut out the melodrama so we can wake up the whole wide world. Let's make up and start all over.